stage or below are going to be using coconut shells and cracking them together. And then the third one is a blessing dance, where I'm going to be throwing flowers, as you see on the ground, because we performed for the last couple of grades. And I'll be it, and then you guys can maybe volunteer, use some coconut shells, ask questions. But yeah, so we can get started with the performance. You guys can say hi. So we have our first performer, Erin Sal, Malika Sal, and Evelyn Thomas. Give them a warm welcome. They're all nice. Okay. I hope you guys enjoy.
We'll let kindergarten go out this door, the women's bathroom door. you. When I call you, you're going to stand up and say your question loudly so that our presenters can explain. So Carson, stand up. Okay, you're going to say your question very loudly.
So back in the ancient times, it was tradition for all of these jewelries and all of these outfits. It's part of the culture, and especially this dance was originally performed in the royal palace for like the king, the queen, princess, the royal family basically. So all of this is basically required for the classical dances. It's there's classical and then there's folk. So what the little kids did were more folk, but because this dance is traditional, it's for the higher classes, so people with more wealth. Thank you.
Okay, another question. Victoria, stand up. Say your question very loudly.
Okay, so I've been dancing for about 4 years. I started when I was 11 though, and I'm 18 now. Because of COVID, I had a little break. A lot of my students, like, you've been dancing for what? I've been dancing for maybe 7 months? 7 months, and she's already this good. Like, 7 months. She's been dancing for how long?
I've been doing dance in general my entire life, but with this specific style of dancing, I've been doing it for 2 years now.
I've been dancing for 7 months also with my cousin Sonia or Eric.
How about you, Serafina?
Maybe like a couple months, maybe like 10 or something.
10 months? Layla?
I think 1 year.
1 year? Ryan?
I think I've been dancing for about almost a year.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I think I've been dancing for a year.
A year?
I've been dancing for 4 years since 2020.
Okay. Around the same time as me. Any other questions?
Let's see. Okay, stand up. Stand up, bud. Say your question loud. You forgot. Jaden, stand up.
Oh yeah, we got a YouTube channel.
Teachers and staff, you see any hands that have been raised? How wide is it? Point them out too. Okay, here we go. Danica, stand up.
So why we celebrate New Year's in April? Lao, Cambodian, and I think Thai all celebrate New Year's in April. I think it's just wait, was it like the years are just a little different? Like how like Lunar New Year is celebrated in earlier months than like February. We're celebrating in April. I don't know if there's any like specific background on it, but just different like year cycles.
Patty, stand up. One second, Patty. Stay right there.
So it follows around the Buddhist calendar of the new year, and so the Buddhist year right now is I think 2,256, and so when the new year comes, it becomes the new number like 100 years.
Thank you, Victor. See you in the public game.
Okay, nice and loud.
What kind of hat is that? It's a cool hat.
A hat. We call these crowns like this, and the guys are gonna reach their partner's coconuts. So basically, you don't want to tap too hard because the narwhals are fragile, but you just want to make sure that it's loud enough so we're eating your partner's coconuts. So just hit it a little bit, press it out. Okay. Okay, pause. Okay, so the first move, we're gonna go to yeah, right. Okay, so the girls, your left hand is gonna be out like this. So left hand out like this with your coconut. And then you're gonna cross over and hit your partner's coconut. The boy, you're just going straight out. So you're gonna stand this way. And then you're gonna just go straight out. Yep, like that. And then 7, 8. 1, hit 2, hit 3, hit 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on the 8th one up. And the guys are gonna hit your coconut.
and you are going to follow Ms. Bowie. Ms. Shankara's class, you're going to follow. And our performers are going to answer. So I'm going to call on a teacher. They're going to choose a student that has been sitting, is quiet, has a quiet hand, and then you have to stand to be able to ask your question. You got to project. Stand and project to ask your question. All right. So who has a question? All right, Mr. Martin.
Will.
Your spot. You're going to project your question.
What's your question?
Do you like practice doing like the hand movements?
Yeah, we do, a lot.
Like, 'cause, like, it's like
Yeah, so we always stretch our hands. Our stretches are usually like 30 minutes long by doing that. So your goal is to make your hand touch your wrist in a circle. So that it touches your wrist. So your goal is to make this touch here, backwards. Yeah. Same your feet and your legs, everything back.
Hey, George, stand up. Just stay right there. Stand up and project your question.
How long did it take you to learn this dance?
The dance that I just performed just now, it took me around 5 or 6 months because it's a very well-respected dance. It was originally only performed for the king, queen, princess, prince in the royal palace. It wasn't actually allowed for things like this, but now in modern times things have changed, so that's why I'm able to perform it for you guys.
How about you for this dance?
For the dance that I performed in lab, it took me a few weeks. I picked up really fast because my teacher and my mom is also a dancer, so she helped me with that too. And my friends who are into that dance helped me too.
It also took me a couple of months to learn this dance, but it's pretty easy and it's really flowy and okay. I'll say something that I can give you guys to the mic. Okay, so there are really long dances. One of the longest ones is an hour of strip dancing because it's called Japanjo. It's basically like ABCs but for dancing. So we go through every hand movement, foot movement. It's like the fundamental thing. You kind of have to learn it and like perfect it before learning the other dances. So like this hand movement is deep, it's flower. This means a flower, this is a leaf, this is like pointing to a tree growing. All our hand motions are connected to like the cycle of nature, and you have to learn all of those fundamental steps by doing that dance. So that's probably the longest one I've danced, like 45 minutes an hour. The long version, there's a short version that we do every practice. That's around 13 to 15 minutes.
Oh, wait, no, that was the Apsara
So my longest dance is called Unity, and it's about basically these girls, they're in the garden, and digging with flowers, enjoying the garden. It's 12 minutes, and that's the longest dance I've done. They act ugly too. So like this guy in the middle who has like kind of sometimes he has makeup, and then he comes
up first. So Layla, if you guys can turn around now so we can see you. So Layla, put your hands up. The girls follow Layla. And then the guys, you guys are gonna hit their coconuts. Okay, so we're gonna do this one time. It starts to the right, and then Okay. So you're gonna hit the girls right, guys left. Guys left, girls right. Switch. Okay, so when you hold your coconut, you see how you're holding that? That's kind of confusing. So you wanna hold it like this. You wanna hold it like this. So your hand is kind of curved in there, and then your thumb is onto it. Yeah. So you do that 7 times, and on the 8th time, hit up. And then the next part, you hit 1 to the right, your left. So the guy's left, the girl's right. No. Victor, do you know this dance? Okay. 1, switch, no. Right, left, hit, up. Okay, Ryan and Sarah, you gotta come over here. Sorry, Victor, you're demoted. Down. Okay, sit down. Got it? Okay. So, let's do it again. To the girl's right and to the guy's left, and then switch. You're gonna do this 7 times. 1, hit, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're gonna do 2 more. 1, 2, up on top, 3. And then again, repeat. 1, 2, 3 up top. And then you're gonna keep this double tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's all we got.
All right, I need 6th grade. Come in 6th grade and take a seat. Let's give one more round of applause for our performers. All right, so we're gonna remain seated until I dismiss you by class. 6th grade, you're gonna go out the door close to where Ms. Jessica stands, where Ms. McGinnis. I'm gonna say 5C. You're gonna go over to the 6th grade and hold up 5C. Nate, stand up, walk. 5C, go out towards the door where Ms. Jessica is. 5C, hold on. 5B, at the right. And 5A. All voices off. All voices off. All right, so today we're celebrating Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and we have performers here. I'm going to introduce you to Angelina and her dance group. She'll tell you a little bit more about it. We need to be sitting, and we need to be quiet, and we'll have time for questions at the end.
Hi everyone. Hi guys. My name is Angelina. I'm also the Miss Pacific Asian American title holder for a pageant that I won this year, which is also the same celebration that we're representing today. So my dance group is Apsara Angels Dance Inc. It's a Cambodian cultural dance group, and it's a Southeast Asian country. So we have 3 dances that we're going to be presenting today, and the first one is a more modern but classical female dance called Moon Love. It's a romance story. And then there's a second one, it's a folk dance where our little ones are going to be performing, where they use coconut shells, and they'll be having their partners and, paying each other. And then I'm performing a dance called Boom Song. It's more traditional. It has a lot to do with technique. It was actually originally only performed in front of the royal palace, kings, queens, princesses, and princes. But times changed, and now I'm here. So let's get started. First, we'll have our Moon Love girls come out. because it was already like kind of in my culture. I'm Cambodian and this is Cambodian dance. It's always been a really good, important thing in our culture. We always like see it around us, but at the same time before it wasn't really as popular. I came into it because I knew some professional teachers and it's kind of more tradition for little kids who are Cambodians to do dance. Like I feel like everyone kind of just has done it once in their life when they're Cambodian. But yeah, that's how I got into it. And then I just stuck with it. Usually people don't stick with it as much, but I'm just one of the people that did.
What motivated me to dance, Cambodian dance, is my mom was a Cambodian dancer, and I always grew up around her dancing.
All the girls, find your partner, find a guy. Guys pick, girls pick, doesn't matter. Get a partner. For the girls, your right hand, for the guys, left hand. So you're coconuts, and you're going to be crossing over your right hand like this. So your right hand is going to be kind of crossing over your body. So you're crossing over this way, you're going straight out. Okay? And then the hand that you're not using will go to the side like this. You know what I mean? So cross over diagonal, and this one's out. And this one's out. So we're going to do this 7 times. So when you hit it, you hit your partner's foot down, hit up, hit down. Okay. And then you're going to stay on the bottom, and then you're going to hit right side again. so you do that 7 times, and on the 8th time, your left. So the guy's left, the girl's right. No. Left, hit. Okay, Ryan and Serafina, come over here. Okay, sit down. 7 times. 1, hit, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're gonna do 2 more. 1, 2, up on top, 3. And then again, repeat, 1, 2, 3 up top. And then you're gonna keep this, double tap, 1, 2.
All right, I need 6th grade. Get the 6th grade and take a seat. Let's give one more round of applause for our performers. All right, so we're gonna remain seated.
This way.
And 1 into your seat.